The news summary. Good evening. We begin the news with the COVID update. 27 new cases of COVID-19 have been recorded since the last update, bringing the total number of cases recorded in Seychelles to 3,342. There are 423 active cases in the country so far, and 2,903 patients have recovered. 35 patients have been discharged into convalescence. The Ministry of Health says it is stepping up preventive measures at the Home for the Elderly in North East Point. The statement comes after 5 healthcare workers at the home tested positive for COVID-19. Residents and staff at the home are currently undergoing tests and quarantined in accordance to the protocols. The Ministry of Health has confirmed that the residents, many of whom have underlying medical conditions, are well. The school year for state schools was officially opened on January the 18th, but due to COVID-19 restrictions, it's only today that students from these schools have started going to school physically. For the state schools, the primary schools, Crèche P2, P4 and P6 started today, and as for secondary institutions, it was only the pupils from S1 that went. They will be joined by S4 and S5 students tomorrow. This arrangement will alternate every week. The Ministry of Education has made available the schedules and are encouraging parents to follow it so that they are aware on which days their children are meant to be at school or at home. The Minister of Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, says that he is satisfied with the way the schools have handled the first day of school today. Minister Valentin visited 3 schools this morning. He visited the Perseverance Primary School, the Perseverance Secondary School, and Independent Primary School.
The main purposes of this visit basically are, in the first instance, to relaunch, the academic year, because now everybody is coming back. So I really want to greet the teachers, the management. And then secondly, I also want to have, to do like a support visit so that, the teachers can feel at ease, The thing is, this is an extraordinary start. And I felt that I needed to be there so that I can actually, we launch the year together. And then thirdly, specifically for coming to this school, independent school, because I really want to forge a new relationship between the state and the primary school. So for me, this is a very excellent opportunity to make this first call. For too long, the two systems has been operating, remotely. I don't think this is proper. We need to start sharing good practices, and I think we have so much to share in common, and we have to start somewhere, and this somewhere is this year.
The National Assembly has approved the budgets for the Departments of Foreign Affairs and Tourism and the STB in today's session.
The budget for the Department of Foreign Affairs amounts to over 95 million rupees. That's a reduction of slightly over 13 million compared to last year's budget. This is a consequence of the closing of embassies in several countries. Minister Radegonde announced that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will have to consider withdrawing from some international organizations that drains a lot of the country's foreign currency and gets nothing in return. The Assembly also approved a budget of over 53 million rupees for the Department of Tourism. Issues relating to the Seychelles Tourism Academy and students who undergo tourism management courses at Shannon College in Ireland featured prominently in the budget discussions. The budget for the Seychelles Tourism Board is slightly over 142 million rupees. That's an increase of 1.2 million rupees. Minister Radegonde told the National Assembly that a lot of emphasis will be placed on e-marketing. He also announced some changes with regards to tourism officers in several countries.
The Meteorological Authority says it is normal that March and April are the hottest months of the year in Seychelles. The country is experiencing this kind of heat, and this is due to the equinox phenomenon. Meteorologist Egbert Kat pointed out that the hottest temperature on record here was 34.8 degrees Celsius in April 2013. He is advising members of the public to stay hydrated by drinking a lot of water during this hot period. Thank you for watching SBC News. We'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole.